Hello everyone of the YouTube world, this is Eric the Cyborg, back with another deck profile, a brand new one to mind you. Straight from Extreme Force, I have for you FAs. I actually saw this deck getting much more better support when they first came out in Code of the Duelist, so they got their support.
Yes.
They're a whole lot better. Arguably, they're a lot better than Vendreads, because sadly Konami doesn't want to give Vendreads the support that fans are getting. Anyway, enough of that rant. Into the profile. So, starting with the new stuff from FAs, an obvious 3 staple is Auto Navigator. She is your key tuner of the deck. You're never gonna run less than 3 of her. No matter what you think, always 3 of her. Anyway, with her effects, you are able to summon her from your hand and or graveyard by targeting a FA monster on your field that has a different level than what his base level already is. So you target that monster, summon this out. She'll gain. Basically, she's level eater, but not technically level eater because she'll eat the difference of level based on the FA monster you targeted. And then when she summons, she searches for a FA spell card. Bam. Again, with another 3 of is FA Hang on Mach. And they all have the same generic effect, is that they gain attack based on their level times 300. And when a FA spell or trap card or effect is activated, they can gain 1 level. This one is, his effect is that if he's level 7 or higher, he's Microcosmos, he's Darklaw. He says fuck you to your graveyard because everything else sucks. Another 3 of Whip Crosser. Again, gains attack based on level. Every time a FA spell tracker is played, he gains a level. Third effect is that if he's 7 or higher, my opponent cannot discard or send cards from their hand to the graveyard to activate card effects. So hand traps, twin twisters, pretty much anything that they'll have a cost of discarding from hand, this says no to that. So obviously this is staying at 3, along with Hang on Mach. The only 2 of is Sonic Meister. Again, same first 2 effects. Third effect is that he's 7 or higher. He's able to attack twice onto monsters. He's good. I only have him 2 because he's only a double attacker, and nothing really much of a big impact. And then the 1 wild charger or turbo charger, because he's the only level 6 for some fucking reason. He's pretty hard to bring out unless you use a certain spell card, which I'll go into later. Same first 2 effects. Same first 2 effects. His third effect is that if he's 7 or higher, when a FA monster that I have attacks, my opponent cannot activate monster effects. Basically, it makes my monsters into like Ancient Gear Wyvern. So only 1 because he's level 6, so there's only running 1 of them. That's the FA monsters. Now to the other stuff I shoved in here. 2 Summoner Monks, because you're running a lot of spells in this deck. Utilizes very well with them. He makes your plays go faster. 2 is good. And then 2 Veilers to say fuck you, fuck your effects. That's it. And then the 1 of the monsters is the 1 Armageddon Knight and the 1 Destrudo for the target of Armageddon Knight. So Armageddon, summon, send Dark Monster, yada yada, send Destrudo. Destrudo's effect will go off doing shit.
End phase?
That's all the monsters. Onto the spells.
Yes.
It's time for 3 of the like 50 field spells I run. Not technically 50, but still. 3 of Grand City Prix, or 3 of City Grand Prix. This is a 3 staple, no less than 3. Increase the level of all FA monsters on your field during main and battle phase, which also helps with the synchro plays and with synchro and also Xyz plays. FA monsters that I control cannot be targeted by card effects with this card on the field. So they can masterpiece my shit. Well, they can still masterpiece it. They just gotta target this first. And all the field spells have the same effect, is that if this face-up card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, I'm allowed to search for a FA card. Either another field spell that's not itself, FA monster, or the other FA spell cards that I'll go into later. The other field spell is Off-Road Grand Prix. Same effect of a level gain, except only during the main phase. And it has two effects. If a monster that I control dies, I'm allowed to discard a random card from my opponent's hand.
When I run Dark Ride.
And second effects of if it's destroyed, search for an FA card. Last one, level increase during battle phase. If a monster that I control is destroy a monster, I draw a card. And then same last effect of if it's destroyed, yada, search.
It's still built to.
On to the other quick plays. FA test run. 2 is good. You could run a third one. I would obviously
It still has the joke.
support running 3 of this, but I think 2 is fine. It's not targeting destruction, which is great. At the cost of switching when your FA monsters to, well, is it targeted? It just pretty much you gotta change battle position first of a FA monster on your field to non-target destruction, and then during the main phase, that except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card, pop a card you have face up on the field, and summon a FA monster from deck, which is why I have the turbocharge for this effect. Next is the 2 pit stops. This is your basic kind of draw power. Target a FA monster on your field. Decrease its levels by 2. Draw a card for each pit stop in your graveyard +1. So pretty much you play this by itself. You're drawing 1 card because it counts 0 + 1. So you're drawing 1 card off of it, and yada yada. And then you can banish this to summon a FA monster from your graveyard. And then Ties of the Brethren, because it's Ties of the Brethren, they're all level 4 wind monsters, level 4 wind machines. So Ties of the Brethren works very well with this. 2 double cyclones. Now you're probably wondering why I'm running this, because this is also great to use on pit stop, because you would play pit stop first and then change cyclone to pit stop, targeting pit stop, and then something that your opponent has. So this dies. This will go off, counting itself in the graveyard. So you'll draw 2 instead. So pretty much it's extra draw power and also back row destruction for the double cyclone. And then the one of the spells, Upstart Goblin and the Set Rotation, because I'm running multiple field spells, and Set Rotation is funny. Onto the traps. That was a shitload of spells, but onto the traps. 2 marshalling fields. This is great for the deck because it's level manipulation, which this deck desperately needs. I could argue putting in a third one.
All I did was sign.
Just need to figure out what to take out for a third one either way. Target a machine monster on my field that's level 5 or higher. It makes all my other monsters that level from 5 to 9. Obviously you would declare 9 because you want all their effects to have to be activated and other shit. It does. I don't care about that. And then the last for the traps is the 3 solemn strikes for negations and shit. That's the main deck. Onto the extra deck. Extra deck is going to consist of 1 Chidori, 1 Baguska, 1 Nova, 1 Infinity, because you can easily go into this with your deck. Then 1 Big Eye and 1 Dracosac.
Oh, that's right.
For your rank 7 plays. And now for the synchros.
Very rare.
Armades because Chambaro's too fucking expensive still. Black Rose because blow up the field. Fairy Dragon because she's still unbanned. Crystal Wing because Crystal Wing. Omega because Omega. And then 2 of the new FA motorhomes. This again, same first effect same first 2 effects, but his additional effects is that if he's level 11 or higher, he cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. And if he's level 13 or higher, I'm allowed to summon a FA monster from a graveyard once per turn. And yes, they're allowed to exceed over 12 for the levels. And then 1 Cloud Castle to bring back my transport. I'm missing the rank 9 Phantom Fortress, which is going to be another addition to this deck, the rank 9 Phantom Fortress. So don't forget about that. Anyways, that is the deck profile for FAs. It still has its kinks and stuff. I'm still working on it, trying to perfect it and everything. But anyway, that is the profile. Do with what you please with it. Make sure to check out our channel for more videos, comment, subscribe. Check out for deck profiles, rants, podcasts coming up soon in the near future. Anyway, take care everyone, and we'll hope to see you all next time.